Okay, so I'm going to just talk you through some of the topology problems I'm seeing, and then in a separate video I'll probably go through and fix some of it just so you can see what exactly I am thinking. First, the thing I'm noticing is you've got an n-gon here. So this n-gon, you've got more than four sides. At the very least, you're going to want to cap that somehow. Um, or let me turn on symmetry real quick. Oh, symmetry is on. I mean, I would probably just terminate this like higher, like say like here, and then, or not terminate, complete that loop higher. We can start getting rid of some of the stuff up here, and you really don't need this much density. It's totally okay to carry that up or carry that down. I wonder why symmetry isn't working on this file. I guess we can get around to that. I'm going to turn this edge here so that it's going back, kind of flowing more here to the head. I mean, you don't technically need an edge loop all the way around here, but let me just keep going through. And so the shoulder is not going to deform very well. First, you don't have a complete edge loop that encircles the base of the neck. So a complete edge loop in that case would be going here, here, and here. Oops, not like that. And here, what is it doing? There you go. So if I get rid of this edge, now this becomes an edge loop that way. If you see what I'm saying. So like that versus here, where it just like ends and doesn't. Oh yeah, and I guess the other thing is you do have another n-gon right there. Right. So the problem with n-gons is that you just can't control how that quad that's going to triangulate an engine. Right. So I'm going to also simplify a bunch of this stuff here. Let me quad that out, and then I think a good way to think about the pectoralis and the deltoid is that so instead of carrying this necessarily down here, like you can carry this shape and then do something like this. I think that's what am I doing? Actually, before I do that, or I'll leave that there. I'm going to start simplifying some of this right now. So, like, let's say if we're going down like here. Oops. We can simplify that. Sometimes this is a matter of just getting rid of a bunch of geometry so that you can see where to go a little clearer afterwards. Like having a triangle that cuts in like that is also pretty bad. That's going to kind of kill your form. If you're trying to get the deltoid shape, and you would probably want to do something like cut this here, and then you can pull that in, and then you can still kind of get that silhouette, but then it's not going to like completely cave in on itself. Your shoulders too, you're not getting any like these vertical edge loops. It's becoming a grid, and that is only going to work in like one deformation, but like once you move it, once it's rotated in a different direction, that's going to be pretty messy. So I would also make sure that you're kind of evening out some of these shapes here. Like it's just you're getting just like the distribution of your polygons is just not really working. Like it's going from you get really dense, and that's not really actually creating much of a shape. But then on these really large flat surfaces, you're not really maximizing the density very well. And then I mean, this will actually take a while for me to really go through. I mean, here, really, this should still, you should have like the edge flow kind of going like this. Let me turn on preserve UVs, and then I'll just kind of move this here, or let's see. Okay, yeah. So I'm going to start relaxing some of this, and when I relax that, okay, I'm relaxing it, and then also, yeah, actually, you don't have your horizontal edge loops are kind of weird. Yeah, you don't really have any horizontal edge loops. And so that means when he bends, this entire area is just not going to look right. So I'm going to just consolidate this right now just so I can kind of demonstrate what I'm talking about here. And basically what we want to do is this should be a straight line, more or less a straight line. So this entire thing here, right? That'll give him somewhere to bend from. No, this is not merged. Okay, let's just get rid of half of this. That's fine. This should just continue over here. We can get rid of this, right? And then like this, and get let's see here. Yeah. So that concept of grid is going to apply here. Like I'm going to try and carry these. We'll make, for now, this is going to be really messy, but I'll start that. It's going to continue all the way across, right? So take this, I'll move it over here. Just going to rewire some of this real quick. Okay, so I think preserve UVs is busting something. There's that. Get rid of that. I can turn this edge, move this over here, over here. Really start cleaning this up. Yeah, here we go. And then I could essentially take this, take an edge loop there. We'll consolidate that, get rid of this again, and now we've got this grid going. Right, so this is going to deform a lot better. I just need to carry this kind of treatment over to the back, right? So when you're just having it kind of spiraling like a circle like this, it's just really not going to work. Let me see here. Bottom display, texture border edges. Oh, okay. So when you exported from Max, I guess it didn't merge. Some of your UVs are split, so let's go ahead and merge that. Where's it? So, yeah, we'll sell these. Merge them, I mean. There we go. Alright, so now I can see where your texture border edges are. Okay, so I guess I'll just try and talk through this entire process. Probably easier. Yeah, it's consolidating. You're getting really dense in areas that don't need to be dense. I'll continue this loop down. We'll do that, get rid of that, get rid of that. Alright, so now I'm just kind of rewiring it. I'm going to add some geometry here to even this out. Even that, and then I'll carry this across. Let's go here, reroute this, and there we go. This I'm going to turn into a complete edge loop that circles, right? So this will kind of go across and around the deltoid area. One of the problems too that you have is that you don't have like a let's see here. Let me bring in your original just so you can see what I'm saying, because I think I screwed up some of this in the process of doing it. So this is the original guy. This edge loop that you have, or this edge loop I should say, what's happening to this? Yeah, see how they don't line up? This should really be starting to become one edge loop like this way. So we're gonna have to do some rewiring to get that to work, and you're gonna want to get these progressively to go down the length of the arm. So I'll just put this inside here, and we'll take a look at this. And I'll make it that so we can just start this process. Okay, so now I'm not getting a whole lot of mileage right now with this edge. I think we can add it later. So I'm going to get rid of it. I'm going to keep this on the forearm though, so let's terminate this earlier. And then we got that. So I got get rid of that, get rid of that. Oops. And I'm going to continue to try and figure out how to rewire everything. This will go down. I think I'm just going to collapse this for now. Wait, no. No. This is space this out some more. Space this out, space this out. I think this should actually start going back around here. And then move this here. I can't delete this edge. Well, it'll break your UVs, but I guess we need to re-UV this anyway, so maybe that's not such a bad idea. But let me kind of go through the rest of this model and figure this out. Okay, so I can turn this into an edge loop. This, you see what I'm doing too? I probably should have your high res model in here, but we can always conform this model to be high res later. But I'm just trying to even out your surface, just so that you have a good spread across, every part of your model. For now, I'll just terminate that there. Actually, no. So what I can do is I can move this here. I can slide that here, slide this, slide this. And then essentially I can take this, see where does it end. Alright. I'll keep that for now. That might be excessive. But then we'll do this. And then I'll get rid of this and this. Yeah, so I'm going to just kind of even out some more. And now we're starting to really get some nice quadded, gridded out geometry here. Yeah, so you might even want to get rid of this line. So I'm going to go here. Right, so I'm going to get rid of that. Oops. Oops, what am I doing? There we go. I'm going to get rid of that. And I'll get rid of let's just combine these. Okay, I'm kind of undoing what I just did, but that's okay. We'll just kind of get this. I'll terminate this. Where would I terminate this? Okay, yeah, I'll just get rid of that, and there we go. So that got rid of what I just did, but then it simplified this process, the shoulder area. I'm going to take this here. I'm going to take it to this corner, and then from this corner I'm going to start gridding that out here. So now I have a nice system of quads here. We can relax those, and then I'll take this. It's kind of weird to have your geometry go like in, out, and then go to the middle, and then what I would do is like this is essentially like a form, right, from the back plane, and that will carry that down through the tail. And then we'll go rid of that, and then yeah, I'll get rid of this. If I need more there, I can always add that later. And then I'm going to turn this into a bunch of quads. I will make this, okay, almost. Alright, so what can I do to, oh, I see. Okay, so I need to carry this over, and then I'll close that there. So then yeah, so then I can cut this, get rid of that, get rid of that, and there we go. Okay, so we have two edge loops that go around the length, not the length, or the width of the deltoid. And then I'm going to try and, yeah, this is just getting a little too much. Let me get rid of some more here. Or I'll start using this as this extra loop here. Move this down here, move this down here. Just a tip too, for future reference when you're retoppling or you're beginning the process to retopple. Sometimes it's easier to just establish some of these loops right away. So, you know, for example, if I were retoppling this, you know, instead of like drawing it quad by quad, I would do like areas that I know I need edge loops around. So I would do like this strip right around the deltoid, maybe around here, keeping them the same number of divisions so it's easier for me to track what's going on. But yeah, this is definitely something that will take kind of a while to learn how to do. I think I broke that, but then and okay, not liking how some of this is going. Now that I'm consolidating too, I think this is a good case for me to get rid of that. I'm going to turn this here and turn that here. Let's turn this. So I'm going to try and run a loop here that will kind of encapsulate the that area. So I'll get rid of this. We'll kind of continue that across. We'll go here. And now maybe I'll start consolidating some shapes here. So this, like around here, like you're not going to get a whole lot of deformation problems, or as many as like say the elbow. So it's okay to have triangles in certain areas. Get rid of that, get rid of that. Alright. and then let's get rid of this, and now have something like that. And then we'll have to just keep rewiring some stuff. Let's just consolidate that. I know I added an extra one, but now that we're kind of moving everything around, that should be okay. I'm going to get rid of this. I'm going to carry this across, up, and over. Carry that over, carry that over. Where's this thing going to? And then I'll take this and I'll run it across up there. Alright, so now, say if I collapse this, I can make a quad here. If I split this way, yeah, now we're starting to get somewhere. Let's continue this down here. I don't like how wide and empty that's looking. And then I can get rid of that. What am I doing wrong? Let's get rid of this. And then we'll get rid of that. So I'll include it around here. And then let's go there. So now this is starting to go around. This is starting to go around. So we can start repositioning a lot of this stuff here. If I bring that in, if I bring this in, okay, and then I can take this. Slowly, this is starting to come together. Not entirely happy with this. Again, it's going to take me a little bit more time to kind of sort out, but I'm just going to say that's reasonably successful for now. We will go ahead and consolidate some more. Like, this is starting to get kind of wasted geometry. These normals are kind of busted, so let's fix that. Oops. Okay. Oh, well, what's going on? Oh, you got... What? Okay. I don't know how that happened. Okay, that's weird. So let's just get rid of this. Let's there's a cap in it for some reason. I don't know how that happened. But then, alright, there we go. Okay, so you were saying you're really under budget, but your base model right now is like at 4186. So I'm at 2080, so then it's gonna be a little bit. I'm a little bit under 4,000, so still, let's not get too wild with how much we're adding, especially if it comes to like spikes. Um, but we can talk about that in class. So I'm going to even out these here. I'm basically going to try and make these less wobbly, a little straighter. I don't like how this is terminating that way, so maybe I'll take this off, flip this edge here, and then I can go ahead and consolidate that right there. So now we get nice quads again. And again, okay, yeah, so then this is starting to look kind of messy too. I guess I could just cut that there, and then I get a quad again. This is looking a bit extreme. So, I mean, it's not, I guess I could just, as long as it's kind of conceptually there. I got this, I got that. What is this edge ring doing? I've got this. I'm not sure I would ever cap something like this where you have it all coming to a dot like that. That's just kind of shade funny. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn a few edges here. Turn that, I'll turn this, turn that. Like this. We can just go ahead and make sure this is a relatively round plane. You're also not going to want, it's like this face here. See how, this is called a bow tie because you don't have a clear direction. In Max, maybe the triangulation is different and you had it going this way, but I'm going to make sure, put a hard edge that way, and then I'm going to kind of contour out some of these shapes, right? So a lot of this stuff is like right here too. Like this, without an actual edge there, that gets kind of messy. So I guess based off of the concavity, I'm assuming it was more of like a recess like that. But even then, this is kind of extreme, so maybe I'll add. It's okay to go a little higher poly on the head, just because the head really is an important part of your model. And then, yeah, the way this is flowing is kind of odd, so maybe I'll do a cut down here to try and bring this back. Alright, yeah, so I'll take this, I'll take that, bring this down, get rid of this, get rid of that. The general flow of this is looking weird, so I'll move this here. I'll move this. There's no real reason for this to be as pinched together as it is. And then typically what I want to see is if I go around here, and let's just get rid of that. Okay, get rid of this. We want kind of an edge loop that goes around here, and then potentially even I might even add an extra line here. This this line here is going to help that deformation area. So like this will be the kind of anchor of everything. Without that, you'll just, I think, stretch kind of funny. And then I'm going to say take this, and then I'll cut this here, and then I'll take this out, and then so basically, if we continue to do this correctly, I can just, yeah, and then I can draw that here, and then we can, oops, and then what am I doing wrong here? Oh, there we go. There we go. So now, yeah, now I'm getting an edge loop. Okay, that goes around here. Maybe I would even kind of terminate it so that, or redirect it so that it flows along the entire lip and not going up the head. The head, I think this is getting really oddly flat, and we can define it some more. But so to do that, let's start this here. Get rid of this, and then when I do this, yeah, so I get it all the way across. That gave me one division here. Since there probably won't be a lot of deformation here, I'm going to just add that there. I'll add this edge loop here. Internal symmetry, make sure I'm not screwing something up. Yeah, there we go. And then this will allow me to build out the head. And even here, I imagine, I can't remember what your sculpt is like, but we can definitely wire this. So now you could get some more shape variety. I would even go even further. I can't remember again what the ridge is. But yeah, you want the head to kind of stand out and read very clearly. Just for the sake of being kind of complete about everything here, so let's get rid of that. I'm going to delete history, make sure. Let's save this guy. Let's get rid of that. Oops. I'm just going to apply general topology rules on right now, and I want this to kind of loop in back on itself instead of like right here. It's going to loop out to the forehead. And to do that, if I just rewire this to go here, instead, I'll move this around, get rid of that, and then all you need to do is spin this edge, spin this edge, spin this edge. We'll just okay, all right, yeah. So you're spiraling a lot. Your topology is spiraling a lot. So see, as I'm doing this, I'm just making sure that these are more grid-like, and then I can do this. I can get rid of that. Now, almost done here with that concept. Move this over. That's just for the sake of you learning at this density or this target poly count. This is a little unnecessary. but you can add it back in if you need to. But yeah, I'm just trying to create loops and loops so that the blink will work better. Then maybe I'll cut this here instead, terminate this a little lower, bring this in, I'll add, okay, so I like having that shape, so I'll just add an extra cut here, and we'll terminate it something like this. I'm actually going to draw a line through your eye, so just so we're clear, this is the outside corner, this is the tear duct. Yeah, I'm still going to keep that just to kind of define that corner more. But the basic idea is I still have this edge loop, and if it needed to create like a blink that way, it's still possible. This is starting to look like a very awkward space, so I'm going to add an extra edge loop there. And then I could like aesthetically carry this all the way up here. Yeah, so you really don't need this much, I think, in this level of modeling, but I do want you to be aware of this stuff, and you can kind of simplify this as you need to. Because like the blink realistically on this kind of character is not going to be that crazy. Let's clean up some of the stuff that's happening here. And let's go there, go there. Yeah, so I'm merging, yeah, consolidating. So the interior of the mouth really doesn't need to be this dense. You still want the horizontal edges so that when you open the mouth, it's okay. Yeah. So you could use, I would rather you consolidate the interior of the mouth and then save those polys and like really define the face. Like this doesn't need to be there necessarily. I mean, we could probably go a lot more extensive with this consolidation pass. I'm just gonna leave it there for now. Yeah, this is kind of bugging me here. So now that we've kind of added more geometry overall, I'm just gonna even out this stuff here. So this is totally destroying your UVs, but that's okay. If I take this loop, carry it up there, and I get quads again. This is starting to look kind of weird, so let's kind of even this out here. Okay. don't like how wide this is. So either we just shift this entire thing over, or we add an extra cut. So I'm just going to add an extra cut for now. Let's terminate it like around there. Get rid of the thing I just added. I will terminate it here. Yeah, that works. This is going to spread out some more. We'll just cancel that. Cancel that. That's okay, we'll leave that. And then even having a little bit more around the crotch area anyway, it's going to help deformation. So if I split here, I can add something here. I can make sure we get a proper loop across instead of terminating it to a triangle. And then at this point, like say around here, I can end fine. Now I have a little bit more space to work with. You could probably even start like consolidating it as you go along towards the tip here. We don't need to get too dense, especially in the bottom here, because I think there's one extra edge from what I added. But before I go further, I think maybe what I'll do is let's go ahead and finish this. I'm going to go ahead and add extrude an edge loop here. We'll go ahead and relax these, relax that. I'm going to go back in and consolidate these again. Oops. And then we'll cut this, cut that here, cut this, cut that, get rid of that. I'm going to go ahead and add edge loop here. Get rid of this, add edge loop here. Okay, so I know I got rid of something earlier here, but if I add this, oops, here, I'll keep everything in the middle. Here, we'll delete this. No. Yes. And delete that. And then I can take this. Get the quads back in. I'll kind of I can get that. We can go ahead. We'll go here, 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 here. I'm going just shifting that triangle around. Yeah, this will take a little longer, so I'm not happy with how that's turning out, but at least everything else is starting to kind of adhere to more standard topology rules. Let's go ahead consolidate that. Yeah, this is a problem here. That's okay. We'll get back to that. Might as well just add an extra edge loop here. Alright, let's go ahead, oops, make sure everything is snapped to this center. Oh wait, you're slightly off as well, so let me fix that. Let's change the pivots here. You're slightly off the origin, so I just snap this here. And then let's take this, all these middle verts, and just double check. Oops. Inserts. There we go. History on this. Change that. Yeah. So mine is denser because now we're at 4,712 triangles, and but I mean also we can get rid of a lot of stuff too. But the edge flow is starting to actually come together and starting to work here. You know, maybe this should actually flow here into this right there, and then I'll have to figure out how else to rewire some of this stuff. And then I'm also not liking how these are kind of diving down. So yeah, I'm going to try and even it out. Again, we want grids, you know, straight up and down on certain areas, like the spinal cord, so that it can deform better. So that if I straighten this out, then that makes it easier for me to straighten out, say, here. This should all be a little bit more even and going across. So I could just start consolidating this. Yeah, I'm going too dense, but that's okay. I think this is a decent area. I mean, yeah, that's probably good enough. We're getting a little messy here. But I'll save that for later. And I think this should be good enough to get you going. I will make adjustments to the shoulder as we go along.